How many of us wanted to face his fears? How many of us wanted to start a new life, a new chapter, a new project? How many times you felt that you can do it, but you didn't even try? All of that because you're afraid of failure. Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ines, if you don't know me already, and if this is your first video that you are watching, I want to invite you to subscribe into it if you like it, of course. And let's start our subject. So first of all, why I wanted to talk about failure, it's because I think it's something that it's really interesting for all of us, because it's impossible for me or for you to not fail. It's just impossible. So, and I have learned from not so far that this is or failure is something good. If we think about it with another vision, it could be a good thing, guys. And especially on those, or like currently we have another different definition of failure. Failure actually is something that you fail on, but you have to learn from your mistakes. This is failure, guys. And I think it's impossible for us to learn and to succeed if we don't fail. It doesn't exist a successful person who doesn't fail. Actually, all the successful person or all the celebrities that you have seen failed a lot more than they succeed. So you just see how much they succeeded and how much they are happy, but you didn't see behind the scenes. It's totally a different thing. You didn't see how much they were suffering, how much tears, how much effort and work they have put it into their projects, or we just see the success. And this is something that I just want to advise you guys. If you want to succeed on something, just work silently, because sometimes people would not really understand you or understand your vision. They are going to put you down, try to put you down, because just simply maybe they had a different experience from you and they wouldn't succeed on. Basically, from their experience, they are just going to advise you to not doing it. But actually, it's not about them, it's about you, and maybe you will have a different experience and you will succeed on it. So this is why you have to try to work silently. But sometimes you are going to work, but you are going to fail. And let me tell you something, you are going to fail 10 times than succeed in one time, okay? So you just have to prepare your mind or your mindset to know that at some point you are going to fail. And this is life, guys. Life is not always good, and because I know before I was trying to avoid failure, and I thought that while avoid it I would be perfectly perfect or in my comfort zone, and that I'm not going to fail, so it is not going to hurt me. But let me tell you something. In those, I can say 2-3 years ago, I have learned that I was actually failing. I was failing because I wasn't trying anything new in my life, and I was just afraid. I was afraid to start. Even if I knew in the bottom of my heart that if I start in this project, I am going to really succeed on it, because I feel it, and I feel that I can do it, and that I am creative on it, and all of those stuffs. But I was just afraid to start, and I was stuck in this comfort zone. I was just stuck right there, and I couldn't do anything new in my life. And actually, this is a totally failure. This is a 100% failure situation, because you're going around through your routine, you're not trying anything new, and you feel yourself like, why am I in this life? Like, you are here for a reason, right? And you should try new things. And we have many examples about failing, like successful people. I think that failure is related with success, actually, because yeah, I always say never give up, but always try new things or a new strategy. When you fail, you have to learn from that situation and to try a new strategy. If it doesn't work like that, you have to try a new thing. And we have a lot of stories about successful people who in the beginning they were failing actually. And Beethoven, he is so famous in doing piano, so in his first lessons he got a teacher, and his teacher told him that he is completely failing and that he is never going to be a good pianist. But did you know he write the history? Actually, he is in the history of, it's Beethoven actually, guys. So he learned from his failure, and he didn't get afraid of it, but he learned from the lesson, and he proved to anyone or to everybody that he is capable of doing it. This is first of all. A second example is about, I was yesterday, I was listening to a podcast about someone who was telling a story about a very aged man. It was about like 80 years old, and he was like walking with his cane. He have a very like a difficulty of walking, you know. And that person came up to him and told him, like, he was named Michael actually. So he told him, Michael, why you did not just sit at home because you are weak? And the old man told him that I love walking. It's my passion. I love walking, and I rather want to fail 10 times than sitting in my house. I rather want to fail 10 times just to do something that I really love, which is walking. And wow, this was the greatest lesson that person have heard. And it's a very great lesson, guys. That means that I rather would fail 10 times or 100 times in what I love, in my passion, rather than not trying, because I will regret it. I would die to do something good rather than being in my comfort zone. I would risk about it. Guys, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid of failure, because it is a part of our life. And if you don't fail right now, you are going to fail. Otherwise, you are going to fail in another time. So, as Will Smith said, fail early, fail often, fail forward. So guys, I am going to let you some little motivational speeches in the end, and I am going to read one of your comments. And yeah.
The greatest people on the planet have suffered the most. Suffering is not bad. I'm suggesting suffering is awesome. The ego runs from suffering because it's the death of the ego. But I believe pain, difficult times, failure, loss is purification and preparation for personal heroism.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
I have spent my whole life scared, frightened of things that could happen, might happen, might not happen. 50 years I spent like that, finding myself awake at 3 in the morning. But you know what? Ever since my diagnosis, I sleep just fine. I came to realize it's that fear that's the worst of it. That's the real enemy.
Try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go, emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, you know, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in this situation, like, nah. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it, and then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course.
One of your comments, and thank you so much. Actually, it's really motivates me to continue, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So you are amazing, and you were talking with full confidence. Just keep moving. You'll be one of my best famous. Okay, you did great job anyway. I already know you, and I am one of your followers right now. Thanks. Oh, thank you so much, and I love you so much. I love you so much, and I am so honored and humbled to have comments like this comment. And yeah, I'm just going to say goodbye and see you the next video. Bye.